A bit introduction. My name is Yelenna Chichocki. I am a certified life coach. My focus is on personal development with over 23 years of experience in entrepreneurship and business owner, as well as 7 years in HR as a hiring manager and finance department in a corporation. I know the importance of personal development and to have professional success and how important it is to have them aligned. And so we're going to deep dive a little bit on that tonight. It wasn't until I hit my 40s that I felt burned out, and all of those years of just hustling and going after it, career after career, business entrepreneur, everything at it, it just fell on me like all at once. So when I was growing up, there was no talk about wellness or about taking care of yourself. We were raised, or it was how our race or the culture was that you have to keep moving, you have to keep the hustling, and forget about, feeling sorry about yourself. What was wellness? We never talk about wellness. So first off, we need to understand what aligned entrepreneurship is. That's what we're going to talk about tonight. So aligned entrepreneurship is harmony and synchronization between the personal and professional aspects of entrepreneurship and your career. It implies that when personal values, goals, and aspirations are aligned with your business and careers, you can achieve greater success, fulfillment, and an overall sense of well-being. When there is an alignment with personal and professional lives, we can create a business that not only thrives financially, but it also contributes positively to our overall well-being and fulfillment. So this workshop is for you who are seeking growth and fulfillment in both your personal and your professional life. Drawing from my roles, as I have told you, about entrepreneurship, a business owner, as well as a certified life coach, I aim to address the vital connection between personal growth and professional success, often neglected in the traditional entrepreneurial training and in corporations. So this workshop is interactive. I want you to have your pen and your paper ready because we're going to do some exercises here, okay? We're going to define what personal and professional alignment is, the impact of that alignment, wellness-driven practices. We're going to explore the 8 realms of wellness. We're going to talk about self-awareness, and you're going to go out from this call with strategies, tools to make that constant growth, okay? So let's dig in. Defining personal and professional alignment. Who are we is the question that we need to ask ourselves. We're often taught to know our why. We know our why. We're taught that on marketing classes, our business coaches, but do we know who we are? Do we know our who? So our businesses and career reflects who we are as individuals. We are always trying to say that we want to separate our personal lives from our professional lives, but that is not the reality. Our personal values, aspirations, strength, and even the weaknesses is what we bring into our professional lives. Understanding this, it will serve as a compass for decision-making in our businesses and in our career goals. How does my personal goals align with my career goals? That is another question that you should be asking yourself that. For a sustainable success, it is essential to align your evolving personal growth because it is evolving. It is not something that is stale. It just keeps growing. You grow with it. And you align that with your professional goals. When these two areas are in harmony, like we talked before, they create a stronger sense of purpose and motivation. The alignment helps to prevent burnout, promotes a healthier work-life balance or interaction, because that balance, it's never 50-50, and it drives more meaningful achievement. So consider this. Are your career choices support your personal aspirations and values? I want you to take a moment and ask yourself, does my achievement, my career achievement, fulfill my personal vision of success? Are the skills I am developing as in my career, can they be transferable in my personal life and vice versa? So when you think about this, you can ensure that your growth in both areas are complementary and they're leading to a long-term satisfaction and fulfillment. So I want you to understand that as you develop, that personal development, you gain clarity and you gain self-confidence because you are knowing who you truly are in your business. I am more than the life coach. I am more than the mom. Who are you in that business of yours? So this leads to a more authentic leadership when you're doing your entrepreneurship business, and it's aligned with who you are, with your true self. So let's take out our pen and paper and let's do an interactive exercise. So I want you to identify one area of personal development that you wish to explore. Personal development, can be either mindfulness, it can be exercising, it can be reading, it can be motivational conference, or more of improved time management, or conference that has to do with your job or your business or your career path. So I want you to reflect what area that you wish to explore and how this area could positively impact your personal life and align with your business goals. For example, if you're focused on improving your self-discipline, how could this enhance your productivity or your leadership style? Okay, I'll give you 2 minutes. Let me put my timer here. Just think about that. What is that one area that you're currently working on, or you wish to work on or explore? What is that one thing that you think that you might be able to be doing and you're not? Okay. And how this growth could positively impact your professional life and align it with your business goals. Because we already know our business goals. We know what we want in our businesses. Okay. But if you're done before that, let me know and I will move forward. Develop a morning routine can be a personal development example. Enhance creativity. So the next slide, the impact of alignment on fulfillment and success. When you prioritize your well-being, you're able to enhance your focus, emotional intelligence, and your strength. So we do this by incorporating wellness practices. Alignment goes beyond, oh, I feel good about that. I feel good. It's more than that. It's incorporating those wellness practices that we're going to see later on. So by doing this, we're able to sustain productivity, effective decision-making, and overall self-confidence. When we take care of our well-being, when we incorporate wellness in our practices, we're able to stand in confidence. We're able to decision making. A lot of the times we blame our businesses because we can't make decisions, but it's more than that. It has to do a lot with how we are doing, it's our mindset, how are we feeling today, okay? So wellness driven a daily practice. These are different daily practices that you can incorporate with in your day-to-day. We can do intentional practices. This is gratitude journaling. Gratitude journaling. You can do the same gratitudes every single day. Every morning, my morning routine, my journaling is 10 gratitudes, 3 goals that I can do during the day. It can be in my business, always has to do with my business or my personal life. And that is one thing that I can let go for the day. Digital detox. Of course, we're all in our phones. We're all trying to always be in the social media, in the Facebook, in this TikTok, in all of that. But why don't you take a time out of it? Put a time. There's a lot of people who put timers on their social media platforms so they can remove themselves and be more productive. Self-care. Self-care has to do with physical activity, sleep. How many of us deprive ourselves from a good night's sleep? I am one of them. If I sleep 6 hours a night, I am very lucky lady. Regular reflection, weekly check-ins. We're so afraid to really tap on how are we feeling that we don't do that. We are so afraid to check in with ourselves. I remember in one of my one Sunday that I was with the Buffalo Open Coffee Club at one of the startup boot camp of UB last year. And I was talking to a girl from UB student, and I was talking to her, and, we were talking, and I was like, let's talk about yourself. And she told me she was afraid to check in with herself. She's like, I'm afraid to even know who I am and what I do. And that right there is where we find our true self. That's where you find that strength and that self-confidence. Personal retreats. Take a weekend off. The world is not going to end if we take a weekend at the cabin or, go out with friends. Just disconnect from your regular day by day, from your business, from your career. It is going to be there afterwards. So there's no worry about it. I love to talk about the 8 realms of wellness. And if you have taken a workshop with me, I incorporate this because we are taught or we think that wellness is all about the physical activity and eating healthy, but it's so much than that. It is financial, it is occupational wellness, it is intellectual, physical, spiritual, emotional, social. All of those are important. And for us to gain that confidence and to gain that decision making and to stand firm on our ground, we need to tap into them. So let's go to see what they're all about. And I want you to really reflect. And if you want to write whatever comes into your mind, please do so. Writing is powerful. We take everything from when it's in our heads, and when we put it in writing, we make it real. We can see it better. So the emotional wellness is, how do I handle stress and express my emotion? Can you answer that question? What supports my emotional resilience? Physical. Feel free to screenshot it, and you can answer those questions later on, and you can journal on them. They're really good to tap into. Am I giving my body what it needs in terms of movement, nutrition, and rest? That's the physical wellness. Social wellness. Do I have meaningful connections? Who energizes me and who drains me? Do you have those connections? I remember when I started my journey in Buffalo, because of course I'm not from there. And it was really hard at the beginning for me. And it wasn't until I met this group of entrepreneurs at Buffalo Open Coffee Club. And that's where I started having meaningful connections because I opened up myself. I knew that my social wellness was not in the right place. And I needed to get out there because my confidence, my lack of creativity, my business was just being affected by that. And I knew that. Occupational wellness. Does my work align with my values and passion? How does it contribute to my sense of fulfillment? Intellectual. Am I engaging in activities that challenge and stimulate my mind? Environmental. Does my physical space promote calm and productivity? How does your car looks like? Even our cars can be messy and it can really affect how we are standing today. What changes can I make to improve that environment that I am in? Spiritual. What practices connect me to a sense of purpose? Am I nurturing this connection regularly? Financial. Do my financial habits support my well-being? Am I mindful on how my finances impact my stress levels? These 8 realms will really give you a sense of where are you standing at, and it will give you that foundation that you need on decision-making, self-confident, and feeling good about yourself. And that will reflect on your business. Because like we said before, we are our business. What we have here in us, how we are, how we treat ourselves, how we tap into all these 8 realms, that is what we're going to put out there in our business, in our careers as humans. Okay? Let's go to the next. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Sorry. Okay, here you go. I knew it was going to happen. Okay, interactive exercise. Grab your pens and your papers. So I want you to write down one small change or a new practice you can implement to improve a specific realm of the ones that we just talked about. What can you change? What can you implement over the next week? Something easy. Don't say, I'm going to run a marathon where you haven't even start walking. Don't say that you're, something that is tangible, something that is realistic to you. And set a reminder to check in on your progress and adjust your approach as needed. Okay, I'll give you 2 minutes to write down that one small change. It can be on your financial, occupational, intellectual, physical, spiritual. Just write it down. You're going to see how everything is going to come together at the end. And you're going to see how you are in your business, how you are in your life, in your career. Okay? Give you 1 more minute. Okay. Okay. Building a thriving business and lifestyle with alignment. So a thriving business stems from a thriving individual who is aligned, grounded, and fulfilled. When we prioritize our personal well-being and fulfillment alongside with financial goals, for example, we build businesses that are not only successful, but are also aligned with our values and our visions. Okay? When we invest in our own wellness, and satisfaction, it creates a ripple effect. It boosts our strength, enhance company culture, strengthens our customer relations and our relations if we have a team in our entrepreneurship journey, in our career. And it is supporting a long-term growth. A thriving business stems from a thriving individual who feels aligned and grounded and fulfilled. That is a fact. So I want you to let's create right here together a purpose statement. So this purpose statement, I'm gonna show you the way, okay? So grab your pen and paper. So a purpose statement combines your personal mission with your professional vision. Reflect on how this purpose can serve you as a guiding compass in both your business and in your life. This is a statement that we can incorporate in our brand, in our daily operations, company culture, to create a business that truly reflects our unique values and aspiration. So a purpose statement is the personality, it's where it's combining the personal mission and the professional vision. And it should reflect your core values, your aspiration, and the impact that you wish to make both professionally and personally. So start by asking yourself or answering these questions. What are my core values? What motivates me beyond financial success? How do I want my business to reflect my beliefs and my aspirations? Just write down whatever comes down. You don't have to be worried about a grammar or anything. Whatever words come into your mind. What are your core values? What motivates you beyond a financial success? And how do you want your business to reflect your personal beliefs and aspirations? 1, 2, 3, just dump it there. And then to draft a statement, you can answer, why do I do what I do? Why do I do what I do? And what impact do I want my business to have on me and those around me? For example, my purpose statement is, my purpose is to empower entrepreneurs to align personal growth with professional success, fostering strength and well-being in a way that nurtures authentic growth of both myself and those I support. Through my coaching, I strive to create a space where individuals can thrive, find clarity, and build businesses that reflects their true value, their true selves. Okay? So that is my purpose statement. What is your? You can use it as brand messaging and use it for a foundation for branding and marketing. You can use this to reflect in the way how you approach your team interactions and decision making. Infuse this statement into company values and practices to reinforce authenticity. It is a living guide that evolves as you grow. So this purpose statement not necessarily is going to be the same as it's going to be at the year end or next year, because you are evolving. Personal development and professional success evolves as time passes. Okay? Do you got that? Yes? Pets? Yes? Self-awareness. So what is self-awareness? It's your ability to perceive and understand the things that make you who you are as an individual, including your personalities, actions, values, beliefs, emotions, and thoughts. It is a psychological state in which the self becomes the focus of attention. We go through life and we have no idea who we are, what are we doing. We are such in automatic mode that we are not really paying attention to the actions that we're doing, to our emotions, to, our thoughts. But self-awareness is key to really tap into yourself, to really know who you are. Remember that we talked that we know our why, but do we know our who? With self-awareness, you are able to really tap into that. And we can see how the personal development and the professional success are deeply interconnected. Every decision that you make reflects your journey of self-development, because every decision that you make, it reflects who you are. By cultivating this self-awareness, you get insight in what drives you, what holds you back. Like I said earlier, sometimes we are so stuck in our business and we are blaming the system, the procedures, the sales. But have you ever asked yourself, what if it's me? What if I am stuck? What if it's me who's holding me back? And let me tell you, it is always yourself holding you back. It has nothing to do with anything external. It is always you. The self-awareness really builds a strong foundation, like qualities like strength and self-discipline. This directly impacts your business, and you can lead with authenticity. You can be an authentic leader. So if we are constantly reflecting on what motivates me, what are my internal barriers, you are able to make choices to really support your overall vision. We just did our purpose statement. That's our vision, that our mission. What is it that we want? And we stand on it. And we have this self-awareness. This intentional alignment of the personal development and the professional success and grabbing this self-awareness not only enhances our effectiveness, but it also leads to a more fulfilling and balanced life, ensuring that both your personal and professional ambitions are driven all together. So isn't it amazing? Wouldn't it be amazing for you to be happy on what you're doing, not just because you're doing it, not because, well, it makes money. Yes, we all want to make the money. We all want to be financially successful. But how amazing it is that I am doing it through a place where I am aware of my emotions, of my thoughts, and how is it that I am able to function. This self-awareness is also key. How many times are we on a situation and we just want to just blurb it all out because we're always reacting? When we have self-awareness, we are able to know when that moment is coming. And instead of reacting, we are acting. So self-awareness, I like to divide it in a few things that are really important. And this, my friends, is going to take you forever and ever. Language. Have you ever been aware of how you speak to yourself or how you speak to others? Do you know that a lot of the times how you speak to others is what you see in yourself, because we're a mirror? Language is powerful. It shapes our reality. By becoming aware of those patterns, we can really reveal all of the biases and all of the beliefs. Have you ever really paid attention on what you're saying? What does it says about you? About how are you? How are you feeling? What are your beliefs? What is really inside your brain, your thoughts? Emotions and body. Have you ever noticed how emotions manifest physically? Like I was just saying, when you're in a situation and you are encountered with a situation that you're feeling a little bit like boiling, like don't you feel like everything starts to boil inside of you? And have you ever noticed that? These are cue to help you know to be, how you say, forward, to win on that reaction. So instead of reacting in a way that then you're going to regret, or it's going to bring not really good reviews on your business, or it's going to end maybe a relation that you didn't want to end because it was important. Just feel how your body is telling you. So it's good to be aware of that. Your being, your whole self, it's good to reflect on your existence and your purpose. What are your values that drives your actions? Again, we go back to the values. What gives your life meaning? Who do you want to be? One question that I love to ask myself every time I am in a situation is, who do I want to be in this situation? I know that I'm grounded in my peace and my love, and I want to be, that's how I want to project towards everyone. As cheesy as it sounds, that's what anchors me. And I am able to represent that. So I ask myself, who do I want to be in any situation? And believe me, that this question can save you a lot of hurt. It can save you from a lot of miscommunications. So who do you want to be? So exercise time. Okay, so now imagine, I want you to imagine your ideal version and the kind of leader that you aspire to be. Just write it down. Just write it down. What's your ideal version? What kind of leader you aspire to be? And then consider how self-awareness can shape your goals and action. And then let's identify one personal goal, such as setting healthier boundaries or improving self-discipline. And how this goal could enhance both your personal life and your business outcomes. What is that ideal version of a leader that you want to be? Who's that? Who you want to be on that situation? Would anybody like to share? Are we a shy bunch? I see you laughing, Noah. Okay.
Oh, I can go. Um, I said I want to be a motivating leader so I can help get people in the right mindset that they need to succeed.
Can you repeat that, please? And speak a little bit louder.
Sorry, I said I want to be a motivating leader so I can help get people to be in the right mindset to succeed.
Awesome. Yes. Yes. That is good. And so for you to be a motivating leader, you have to be self-aware on how you can shape your goals and your actions, correct?
Of course, yeah.
Yes, yes. Anybody else? We're good? Okay.
I can say no.
Yes.
Can you hear me? Yeah, the type of leader I want to be is a leader who brings benefit not only for his team, but for the community on whole and from community and beyond. So it depends how big is your mission or your goals. But yeah.
I love that. Good, good. See, and now you can envision yourself as that. And then what are my goals to get there? You know, how am I going to support myself and then be able to support others? Of course, of course. I love it. I love it. Anybody else? Okay, let's move forward. Okay, so let's dig in a little bit. So alignment is not a one-time achievement. It is a continuous journey of growth and self-awareness. It doesn't stop here. This is something that we keep moving on. It's, personal development. It doesn't end here. You're you're lucky if you start younger, and you're lucky if you start older. There's never a time frame. What it is important is that it's a journey where you grow, and self-awareness is really, really important. I encourage you to adopt ongoing strategies, such as setting personal and professional boundaries. That is so important. Regularly reassessing your goals. Goals change every single day. Engage in personal development activities. We saw a few of them, and you made a list of those that you want to be able to keep doing, okay? These practices will really help ensure that business decisions remain true to your evolving values and promoting a sustainable and fulfilling entrepreneurial path. This is who you are. The entrepreneurial journey, that's a journey by itself, but you are who drives that journey. It is you. You are the essence of all the decisions that you make. So I'm going to guide you through these practical exercises that will support you in continuous alignment. So we listen a lot about mindfulness practices. So what is mindfulness practices? It's more than meditation, Mindfulness brings us to the self-awareness. This is amazing practices to develop self-awareness and also to develop that sense of being present. I always teach in my coaching programs that when we are in the future, it brings anxiety. And when we stay on the past, it brings suffering. So with mindfulness practices, it kind of grounds us right here on the present. So it can be something like having a cup of coffee or tea, smelling the coffee, smelling the tea. How does it taste? Just focus on that action right there. You're going out for a walk. How is your breathing? And my steps are, too far apart or too close. You are being mindful of what you're doing, of that action. It's more than meditation or yoga. You can really do mindful practices as simple as smelling a cup of coffee. When you're eating, are you scrolling on social media? Why don't you put the phone down and you can be able to really just enjoy that? How does it smell? How does it taste? How many chewings I'm doing? And I guarantee you that you will be so present and so in control and so self-confident that I want you to get back to me and let me know how that goes. Movement and physical wellness. We've talked about them in the realm of the eight realms of wellness. The importance of incorporating movement for clarity and strength, I cannot tell you that enough. When I was in every day, I finish my day of work going out for a walk. It's a way for me to detach myself from my work. But you know what? It's when creativity hits in. It's when I am able to kind of relax and dump it all in my walk, forget about it, and come in new as a new person tomorrow. Self-reflection and assessments. Assess your strength. We talk about strength and weaknesses to identify your areas of growth. You know, what are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What is it, that one thing that you need to work on? Do I need to do another study or workshop? You know, what is it that I need to do to strengthen my weaknesses? Journaling and reflection. I cannot tell you the power of journaling. Everything that you write down, we are so busy in our minds, and we're oh yeah, I remember. There's gonna come a time that you have so much in your mind that you're not gonna be able to remember it. All of that creativity, just put it down. Every thought, every emotion, everything, just pour it down. And you will see a difference. You really will see how everything, it just becomes more clear because you're journaling it. You're tracking progress. You're processing emotions. You're reinforcing that alignment. You know, what is it? What is that emotion that you're feeling, or what are those thoughts? Recognizing bad habits and your triggers. You know what triggers you. So what is it? So what can I do to stay away from that trigger? If I have a bad habit, what is it can I do to make it a good habit? What can I incorporate to just kick that bad habit away? You're able to identify unproductive habits and those emotional triggers that affect your decision making. So write them down. What are they? Core values. Again, we talk about core values because it's who we are. It's our foundation as humans, as you know, as Noah, as Abu Fatsi, as Zoe. It's who we are. So what are those core values that reinforce that authentic leadership? What are my values that when I am out there, it is me who stands there, it's not other person. And that's what my business, my career, my life reflects who I am. And it will help you with decision making. Once again, observing thoughts and emotion. My certification is on ontological coaching. So it is all about thoughts and emotions. And I want you to understand one thing, and is that every time you feel an emotion, there is a thought behind it. Okay? So listen, when you have an emotion, just sit down with yourself. We talked about the check-ins before. Sit down with yourself. Be vulnerable with yourself. And what is that emotion that you're feeling? Okay, I tap into that emotion. What am I thinking that emotion came in? And so then you grab your thought. And this is a technique for you to take. And you practice that when you're feeling a certain way. and you're going to question these thoughts. And these are the 4 questions from Byron Katie from the work. And this is what I use in my coaching sessions. So you're going to ask, is this thought true? Is it true? Yes or no? Second question, is it 100% 24/7? Like there is no way that is this true? Is this really, really true? And then you answer yes or no. And then the other question that you're going to ask yourself is, how do I feel when I have this thought in my mind? And you're going to write it down. I feel, I don't know, I feel sad. I feel hopeless. I feel helpless. You know, I hate myself. You write it all down. And this is it. Then you ask yourself, who will I be? How would I treat myself or others if I didn't have that thought in me? And this is when the magic happens, because you're able to detach yourself from that thought. And you can see how that thought is not true, because you can feel how will it be without that thought. So you can take it away. So it is very important. And we're humans. We're filled with emotions. We're full with thoughts, because it is how we were raised, culture, religion, all of it, all of the pillars. Okay. So that is for you to take. Leadership wellness as a journey. Personal development is an ongoing journey. It is very important for you to be open to new ideas. Feedback is okay. I know some of you have been on the UB startup weekend, and they give you feedback. And if you have been on on the different pitches that you do, you always get feedback, and it's okay. A lot of the people take it as criticism. Language, be aware of the language that you're using. It is feedback. Feedback is good. You either take it or you don't, and it is okay. There's nothing wrong with feedback. And ask for help. Be okay on asking for help. I don't know, I've been listening to a lot, and people say, oh, entrepreneurship is so lonely. It doesn't have to be. Surround yourself with people who will energize you. We talked about that earlier. Who can be those people that energize you, that gives you? You don't have to be alone. Ask for help. If you need help, ask for it. Delegate in your journey. It is so important. So I want you to set an intention, an actionable goal to practice immediately. So what is that one thing that you're going to practice immediately? It can be scheduling a non-negotiable. You know, what is going to be that non-negotiable for you? Personal time, checking in with a mentor, establishing self-reflection sessions. What is that one thing that you can do right now, immediately, that it's going to ground you and it's going to start this personal development journey for you, and you're going to align it with your professional success? What is that one thing that you're going to be able to practice immediately? Anybody wants to share? Anybody?
I
Yeah.
started doing this. Oh, you could go first,
Go ahead.
Basil.
All right. So, let me find my notes. So my personal goal was sustainable energy and motivation because we all sometimes have very high motivation and our energy is like very high, but then some days we lack energy and we don't want to do anything like it's called procrastination or something. uh but my goal was to have like sustainable energy motivation. And the one thing that I said I can do right now to achieve that, it's go to sleep earlier.
Is to what?
Go to sleep earlier. Go to sleep before 10.
Okay, good, good. And I hope you do. Good. How about you, Noah?
So this is a bit of a recent thing for me, but I've been taking extra care of my health. So watching what I put in, so trying to avoid a lot of different food and also just trying to build up some cardio. A lot of the stuff I'm watching is stats from my watch. So just trying to improve things, get into a healthier range.
Good, good. Yes, exactly. We are who we are, and we are the essence of everything that we are in our lives. It even, we are sons, daughters, fathers, sisters, mothers. And if we don't take care of ourselves, we are not able to really thrive. And, and I love that you are all taking charge and, implementing this. So what I would love to know, what is that one takeaway that you got today? What is that one takeaway you plan to, okay, so we did that. Sorry, I just got, so what is that one thing that you took away from this masterclass?
I thought like going over the different realms was insightful because I mean, wellness kind of a general word, but when you break it down into the 8 different pockets, it's like easier to realize like, okay, I might be lacking in this pocket or I'm focusing too much on this pocket. So it's just more of that awareness. You can diversify your efforts for achieving overall wellness.
Yeah, exactly. Good, good. I think that it is very important to really understand that there is more to wellness than just eating healthy and movement. It is so much more. And we don't tend to look at all of the realms. So awesome.
And yeah, for me, one thing that really resonates to me is aligning your personal mission with your professional mission. Uh, this was kind of new idea, and uh, I might do like more in-depth reflection on that issue or question. So
Awesome. I love that. I love that. Yes, of course. That's where the alignment is, that that professional and that personal development, it is the mission and the goals, of course, of course. Anybody else would like to share?
Okay, I'm gonna share. This is Zoe. I really like, just like Noah, the 8 whatever of wellness. I had never heard of that. And obviously I've heard about wellness for a very long time, just like all of you guys probably, but I had no idea that there were 8 like components to it. So I thought that was really cool.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Awesome. I love it. I love it. Okay, so these are my 2 QR codes. This is my information. One, the above one, the red one, is really a feedback. I would like to know your feedback on the presentation. I don't collect emails, so it's all confidential. And the bottom one is like my, how you say, my business card, but digital. So if you ever want to get in touch with me, please do so. I always love working with the EUB and all of the students and all of the amazing things that's been going on over there. So I'm always here for you guys. And yeah, if you want to add anything else, if you have any questions or anything else that you would like to add, we have 3 more minutes.
And I do want to mention this will be uploaded to YouTube within the next 2 weeks. So if you ever want to come back, self-reflect on anything we talked about today, it'll all be over there.
Awesome. Thank you so much, DJ, for all of what you do. Thank you. Thank you. So it is such a pleasure to be here with all of you. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for being here. And you're here because you care about your personal development, you care about your personal growth, as well as you care about your career and your professional success. So kudos to you. Congratulations.